like to show how to create the teeth. And out here I'm going to create my teeth, in this case 3 millimeters across the top of that tooth. It's pretty small, so I got to zoom in. And then I want to come to the midpoint. They're 4 millimeters tall according to the last measurement I took, and 7 millimeter base. So if I go 3.5 that direction and 3.5 this direction, I can close that tooth off and clean it up, and that's the tooth that I've just constructed. I'm going to flip this quickly. Helps that I can flip it the right direction. There we go. So I want that pointing the other direction. Next thing I need to do is to rotate this thing with the outermost edge in a position to be on the outside, well, actually the edge of this inner circle. So the inner circle's radius is kind of important, or you need to know that. So I'm going to take the line tool, I'm going to grab the base of it and go all the way out to where the center of the circle would be. In case I know this is a 90 millimeter diameter circle with a, therefore a 45 radius. So I have this laid out with a 45 radius, and what I can do is, using my rotation tool, I can grab where the center of this thing would be. Actually, hold on, I missed one step. What I want to do is make a group here. Sorry. So I'm going to select the whole thing minus this line, and that's the part that's going to be my actual tooth. Sorry, I missed a part. So I'm going to make this a component. This is very similar to making it a group, except it's going to ask you to name it. I'm just going to leave it component number 1. Components have, even though if you make copies, the geometry is associated. So I'll show you what that means in the next step here. Make a quick rotation tool. Come out. I'm going to grab the base of this. So that way I'm swinging this. Option key to make a copy. I'm going to go 360 degrees, which means the move ended up on top of the original. But I'm going to do is hit divide 27. So this is the second type of application of the array tool, which I showed in the other video. And so now what I have is 27 equally spaced teeth. And where there's a benefit to using a component is that if I need to change something, for instance, make it a certain height, I'm not sure the specific height of this, I can see that, okay, they look pretty good. If I need to change something, like this line shouldn't be here, if I delete it, it'll affect all of them equally. So every item, every component, regardless of where it's at, receives the change. Once that is done, now I'm just going to use a group. And I can take this group and hopefully, if everything worked out the way I wanted it to, I can move it Command, come on, top view. There it is. So looking down on it from the top, I can see where my teeth have all fallen and lined up. I'm probably going to have to go back and eliminate these 2 teeth. So I'll click inside my group and delete them, as those are the ones that those teeth are ground off in the original view. So if I grab that, I can take a look at it, see where I put it, and then I can also move this down the blue axis. It's appropriate. To its appropriate position. So in that case, I just created the tooth, made an array, and then I moved it to its proper location using a group.